Hello and welcome to the Pup Mommy. This is a channel where I share my practical hands-on experience of everything that I've learned about owning, loving, and caring for dogs for over 30 years. Multiple breeds, large and small, puppies to seniors. In this video, I'm going to be talking about breeds that I think would work for first-time dog owners. And by first-time dog owners, I mean people who have never owned a dog before, or people who grew up with a dog as a child, but as we know, most of the time, the parents were the people who were caring for the dog. And now that responsibility is going to fall on you. Now, I'm recommending these breeds because these are breeds that are eager to please, easy to train, not hyper energy dogs. Some of the dogs are going to be in the small category, some in the medium category, and some in the large category. Now, I know that there are other people out there that say, well, all you have to do is do your research and any breed will be right for you. Yeah, I love those people. Because you know what, I'll tell you, quite honestly, first-time dog owners don't know what they don't know. And, you know, when I have people tell me that about the research and about all that, that's excellent that you're doing your research, but you know what? You don't know what it's like to own a dog until you own a dog. So with that said, let's get started. What are the dog breeds that I think are going to work for you as a first-time dog owner? If you're interested in small dogs, by the small dogs, I mean dogs that are about 25 pounds or less, the dogs that I'm kind of leaning toward and recommending for you are the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, the Bichon Frise, and the Miniature Schnauzer. Now, let me take you through each of these very briefly and tell you why. Let's start first with the Bichon Frise. Now, the Bichon Frise is on a lot of people's lists, and the reason that it's on the list is because they're adorable dogs. They are very cute dogs. They are very affectionate. They're playful. They're cheerful little dogs, and again, they tick those boxes, eager to please and easy to train. One of the things with Bichon Frise is that these dogs are also more on the low shed side, hypoallergenic side. But at the same time, these dogs do need regular grooming, probably in the neighborhood of somewhere between 5-6 weeks. So if grooming is not necessarily in your wheelhouse, that Bichon Frise may not necessarily be the right dog for you. But they are dogs that are great for whether you're in an urban setting, a condo, a townhouse, an apartment, or you simply want a small dog. The next dog that's on the list is the Cavalier King Charles, and the Cavalier King Charles also is one of these sweet, affectionate dogs. The thing that they're most known for is that they are cuddlers. They are lovey-dovey cuddly dogs. They're not pushovers because they can also be very good at agility. They also love a good romp around the house or a romp around the backyard. They're not fragile dogs by any shape or stretch of the imagination. But they are wonderful little lap dogs, and they have a long history behind them. They come in multiple colors, and they have a wavy coat. Grooming is required, but they're not crazy grooming. All right. The third dog on the list is the Miniature Schnauzer. And the Miniature Schnauzer is a very intelligent dog. It is not a dog that is overly clingy. It loves its people, but it'll let you have your space and it will have its space. It can romp around the backyard. It's got a very nice energy level. It's intelligent. Again, the ticking the boxes. It's eager to please, easy to train. They're just really nice dogs. The grooming on them is also very, very reasonable. They are also not barky, yappy dogs as well. They are dogs that will alert you when the doorbell rings, but they are not going to be making, if you happen to live in an apartment or a townhouse, they're going to have people banging on the door or the wall telling you to keep your dog quiet. Not that kind of barky dog at all. So that's what makes them really great dogs. And they're also going to be in that 25 pound range. Now, breeders breed to type, to temperament, and to health. All right. And speaking of breeders, I am also going to be doing a workshop on Thursday, October 24th at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And that workshop is called Navigating the World of Breeders, where I'm going to take you into the 5 different categories of breeders that are out there currently in the marketplace. So that if you decide that you want a purebred dog, you're going to go in with eyes wide open, and so that you know exactly the breeder that you're working with, and the kind of breeder that you're working with, so that you make the decision that's right for you. I will leave a link in the description section to the workshop. It's $47 for a 1-hour workshop. Moving on now into the medium-sized dogs that I think would be good for you as a first-time owner. And those 3 dogs are the Whippet, the English Springer Spaniel, and the Brittany. Now let's start with the Whippet. The Whippet is kind of what people think of as a mini greyhound. This dog is going to weigh in somewhere between 30 and 40 pounds. The Whippet is a very sweet, gentle, sensitive, affectionate dog. Now, because it's a sight hound, you definitely, when you walk it, you're going to have to keep it on a leash. It doesn't have a super high prey drive, but because it's a sight hound, it is going to notice the squirrel, it's going to notice the bird, it's going to notice all kinds of things. So if you happen to have a backyard, I highly recommend that you have a fenced yard. Invisible fences may not necessarily be the best for Whippets. And also with Whippets, they have a very good energy level, but they're not hyper. You take them for a walk around the block, you play with them in the backyard, play with the fetch it and all that with the kids, and they're going to be absolutely happy. And they're very good in terms of they love to curl on the sofa. They love to sit next to you. While they're not lap dogs, they are dogs that are, again, very sweet and affectionate. They're, again, ticking the boxes, eager to please, easy to train. They're overall great dogs. And they're also quite healthy dogs as well. Now, the next 2 dogs on the list I'm going to put together because they're from the sporting group. There is the Brittany, which is going to average about 35, 40 pounds. And then there is the English Springer Spaniel, which is more into the 40, 50 pound range. The reason that I'm grouping them together is because there is 2 lines to these dogs. There is the field working line, and then there is the show conformation line. There is a difference in the physical structure of the dog, the temperament of the dog, and the energy level of the dog. So if you decide that this is the breed that is right for you, make absolutely sure that you discuss with the breeder what you are looking for so that you get the right line of dog. Now, these dogs also are more for an active level of person. These dogs are not lap dogs. They are very good dogs. They are affectionate dogs, easily trainable, very intelligent dogs. But again, they're from the AKC sporting group. So if you're looking for a jogging partner, or you're looking for a dog that can chase around the backyard with the kids, if you're looking for a dog that, even if you are a hunter, because these are retrieving dogs, bird dogs, these are 2 great breeds for you. I actually have a neighbor 2 doors down that has a Springer Spaniel and a Brittany, and they're really overall wonderful dogs. They've got great temperaments. They love their families. They just get along with other people, other dogs. They're just that versatile type of medium-sized dog. One thing that I will mention too with training, it is very important, no matter what size dog or what breed dog that you have, that you begin training early and you begin it consistently so that the dog understands what you expect from it. Dogs look to you as their leader and as their protector. And when they sense that you are not, you're not doing a good job at either, they are going to basically start running you. And there are more breeds that are more prevalent to doing that than the breeds that are on this current list. That's why I'm always mentioning to you that these dogs are eager to please and eager to train, because when you're a first-time owner, you're going to make mistakes, and the dogs that are on this list are going to be very forgiving dogs. All right, now moving on to the final two dogs that I have on my list, and this is for people who actually like the bigger dogs. And this is the first time that this dog is actually on any of my lists, and this dog is the Labrador Retriever, followed by the Bernese Mountain Dog. Now, with the Labrador Retriever, like the Springer Spaniel and the Brittany, there is a working line and there is a conformation show line. The working line is going to be leaner and more high energy. The show line is going to be the stockier dog and also has a calmer temperament to it. Now, with the Labrador Retriever, if you are a first-time dog owner, I really do recommend that you get a puppy, because Labrador Retrievers are muscular, physical, strong dogs. And if you get an adult dog, there are chances that, you know, unless it is a dog that is highly trained or in whatever, you have a tendency to faceplant into the ground because you have no idea how strong these dogs really are. And I say that from experience because I almost adopted an adult chocolate lab until I actually had a meet and greet with the dog. And the dog, at the time I was about 140 pounds, nearly took me off my feet. Yet I have 90-pound shepherds that somehow or other I'm able to control, two on a leash at the same time. Make this make sense. Anyway, Labradors are the number 2 dog in the country, and there is a reason for that, because Labradors just have that innate ability to tune in to their people. They are wonderful dogs. They're almost bomb-proof in a way, because they just have that gentle, sweet nature. They are versatile dogs. They are affectionate dogs. They're happy dogs. They get along with children. They get along with older adults. It's almost like there isn't a mean bone in their body. They are just really overall great dogs. Now they will shed, but at the same time they are short-haired dogs, so that makes grooming much easier than for some of the other dogs that I mentioned before. The Brittany and the Springer Spaniel are weekly brushings. The Labrador is also a good weekly brushing, or even if you want to brush it every 2 weeks, it's fine. But again, there's something about Labradors that anybody who owns them, you know, they will just tell you that there is no other dog that they would rather own. They're just overall great dogs. Now, the last dog on my list is the Bernese Mountain Dog. And surprisingly, I'm surprised myself sometimes, because I don't normally recommend large dogs, large breed dogs, like a dog 100 to 130 pounds for first-time owners. But there are people out there who feel that they can safely and securely handle them. And if I'm going to recommend a large breed dog, I'm going to recommend this Bernese Mountain Dog, because it is a dog from the working group. It's going to run about 100 to 130 pounds as an adult dog, but the dog is a very sweet-natured, affectionate, gentle dog. It is known for getting along with children. It's known for therapy work. I have friends who actually have a 1-year-old baby and a Bernese Mountain Dog, and they live in a townhouse in the city. So it is absolutely doable. The dog has a moderate energy level, so that means that if you walk it around the block, a day, a couple times, or if it romps in the backyard for half an hour, it's more than happy. Again, because of its nature, it is a gentle dog, ticks the boxes. It is easily trainable, it's intelligent, it's eager to please. It's an absolutely gorgeous dog. And it's very, very similar, I want to say, in nature to a Labrador, in that I use that term bomb-proof, but they are just that personality and that temperament of the dog that makes them really great dogs to own. And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I'm sure I left off some dogs that are people's favorites. This was not an all-inclusive list. There are other dogs out there that I like, like the Boykin Spaniel. I've always liked the Boykin Spaniel, and that's a dog that you should also consider as a first-time dog owner. But I don't want to make this video overly long. If you have any comments or anything that you want to say, leave them in the comment section. I try to get to everybody. I do thank you for watching. Again, don't forget the breeder, navigating the world of breeders. I will have a video out on that shortly. It's very, very important that you go in, as I said earlier, with your eyes wide open so that you know exactly the breeder that you're working with so that there are no surprises. And with that, I will say thank you very much. I do so appreciate your watching. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I'll say bye for now.